Roblox is a haven of some amazing games, and don't get me wrong, these games probably take so much time to create, we're talking months and months. But what happens when you combine the sanctum of creativity with foolish internet memes? I know I'm a little late to the party, but it's time to see what the hype is all about. Let's hope I don't go insane. If you guys have seen my previous videos, you know that my scripting skills, yeah, they're questionable. So in reality, there's not much that I can make, unless... Trust me, it's not as bad as you think. It's worse. The concept for the game is that you click a toilet for flush points. Don't ask why I called it that. With these flush points, you can increase your flush power to get even more flush points. With even more flush points, you can go to the next zone with a stronger toilet. I'm sure you guys get the gist by now. Now it's time to create this monstrosity. First of all, we need to find a toilet model, because modeling toilets is not my strong suit. What the hell is this? I want my game to be BRAINROT, but not this BRAINROT. Let's search on a proper website. This one doesn't look too bad. I can definitely see myself pooping in it. I imported it into Studio and added a click detector inside of it. The good thing about this toilet is that we can import it into Blender whenever we want and make any changes. It's scripting time. I started by making a data store that saves when you leave and loads when you join.
Isn't that literally what a data store is?
Doesn't your name come after a kid's toy? Why the hell is this data store not working? What does that even mean? After a good 3 minutes of screaming, I finally figured out what the problem was. Bro, all my suffering, and that was the answer? Next, I made a remote event, added a health int value to the toilet, put a local script in starter player scripts, and began coding. Wait, why did I give the toilet a health value? I guess it's time to rewrite these scripts. First, I made a simple deban so players can't obliterate the game by auto-clicking. Now, let's fire the server whenever the toilet is clicked.
Whoa. I don't get it. Explain remote events in Minecraft terms, bro.
Oh my days. A remote event is like a redstone signal. It's like pressing a button, which is what the player does to open the door for the server's players to go to. Understand now?
Yeah, bro, thanks.
Maybe I should become a Minecraft YouTuber. Anyways, now in the script, we just have to increase the flush points by 1 every time it's clicked. So let's test this. If I click the toilet, as you can see, the value's going up. Wait, Jamscoot? You think you could overtake me? I wasn't going to let this random kid beat me on my own game. Dang, bro, he's actually kind of fast. Hey, bro, English or Spanish? It's now time to make the flush power upgrades, because maximum flush power is very cool. First of all, we gotta add a part, a script, and a remote event. And now we gotta make some GUI. Yo, don't show that one. Bro, you're fired. It's clear that I suck at making UI, but let's give this my best shot.
Why don't you let me make your GUI?
What? No, it's my game. Stop ruining my video.
I said let me.
If Jamscoot can beat me in a 1v1 Arsenal match, he is allowed to compete to make the GUI for the upgrades menu. Let's smoke this kid. Jamscoot won the 1v1, so I guess he can make the GUI now. You like my face cam? Where to start?
Alright guys, as you can see, I've added this rectangle with a gradient. Nice base we've got here. And I've just created this upgrades tile at the top. I think it looks pretty good.
Alrighty lads, let's add in a square, round it off. Oh, let's give that a nice juicy gradient. It just reminds you of a peaceful sunset, doesn't it?
I've also added this close button. Very cool. Now I'm going to add some finishing touches. Trust me, this is going to look sick.
Let's add these circles in the background. Oh, tell me that doesn't look cold. Another day, another round square, am I right? UPGRADES.
Look at this. We have the skibbity toilet on the side here for whatever dead game Sim just creating. And I added some light streaks to make the square look nice and shiny. Surely this can't lose to whatever Simjit creates. Bro can't make GUIs for his life.
X marks the spot right here. Last but not least, the toilet, so we can show how serious we are about this game. The GUI competition had concluded, so I sent my frames to my Discord for voting. It was pretty close. I'm lying, it wasn't close. Jamscoot basically doubled me. Speaking of Discord, you should join it if you want to hang out with me or win Robux. Just like this cool person who won my event and received a friend request from me. You know, I actually thought I was good at making UI, but you guys clearly despise my art. What do you guys think of this one? Let me know in the comments. I imported Jamscoot's UI into Roblox, and now it's time to script the actual upgrades.
Wait, you're still scripting? Great, this is gonna be another boring video, isn't it? How about you build something? make a map.
I guess we're making the map then. It's not a Simjet video if we don't draw a concept before making the map, so here it is. The podium in the middle is where the toilet will sit on, and these two French fry thingies are the two leaderboards. Let's get building. I started off by making this simple tree model. I can't tell if it's good or bad, but it should be fine. I then inserted a part to use as a map surface. This should be fine. And then I inserted my signature pattern onto the part. I swear I can never find it. Why can I see every texture I don't need? Oh, it's right here. Now the floor's looking good. I then made the path layout and yoinked the podium from my clicker simulator game. That's looking scrumdiddlyumptious. So this is the template for all of the upcoming zones, but obviously the colours and stuff would need changing to fit the zone's theme. Now let's add the borders around the zone in a good old-fashioned time lapse. You guys see this border? It's been with me since day one of my dev journey, literally. If you disrespect these borders, you're disrespecting me. Next, I opened Blender and began modeling the upgrade shop. I imported it into Studio, and after a few finishing touches, the upgrade shop design is complete. That's enough work for today. I'm going to bed. I woke up the next morning and took a look at the shop and thought to myself, does this shop fit a BRAINROT game? No. Am I going to BRAINROTify it? Maybe. Now we're talking. The area around the upgrade shop is looking kinda bland, so let's add some trees, bushes, rocks, decorations and more BRAINROT stuff. And now the design for this zone is complete. I actually think I cooked on this. It is quite cluttered, but I think it looks good like that. After eating and leaving no crumbs, it was time to finally script the upgrades menu. First I scripted the smooth tween and made sure my UI worked on an iPhone 7.
Let's go. Now I can enjoy Skibbity Simulator on my iPhone 7.
But you don't even have an iPhone 7. Next I added this X button so you can actually close the shop once you're done. Once again, a lovely tween to make everything smooth, just like a block of quartz. Just when I thought everything was going well, I realised I forgot to add a crucial part of our map plan. No way I forgot to add the leaderboards. I'm just gonna yoink it from planet clickers. Copy that, paste that, move that, change that. After changing up the script, I got the leaderboard to display the top number of flush points. Alright, now we can actually script the upgrades menu. I created a new int value to the data store called flush multiplier. I know it looks like a lot of mathematical, probulational, longitudinal, but it's not. I just copied and pasted and adjusted a bunch of stuff that was already there. The process of making and coding the upgrades was very boring, so I'm just going to recap it for you guys. To start, I made this list of upgrades that the player can buy. I then renamed every frame to its multiplier upgrade number. You'll see why I did this in a second. In each script, I got the multiplier amount easily since it's stored in the name, and I fired a remote event to the server, which basically updates the multiplier value. You guys do remember how remote events work, right? I hope you didn't forget. With the upgrades done, I sat back on my chair and stared at the masterpiece we had created. Although the map was looking spectacular, the screen was looking kinda bland. If that doesn't make sense, we gotta make some UI. So I opened up Photoshop and began designing. First of all, I want to make a button that opens the upgrade shop, so that way you don't have to walk there every time. First let's make it a square, give it a gradient. What is that colour? That's better. Oh, by the way, the face comes back, guys. Let's add another square under it to make it look 3D. Oh yes, lad. Can't forget to add a stroke. Let's slap on this vector that totally wasn't made by AI. Yo, this actually looks good. I think I actually cooked. I put an icon of a shopping basket for the Game Pass shop button and began designing the counters. First let's put on the plain button, create a rectangle, stroke that. Let's give it a little shadow and a gradient. Very good, mate. Now let's find an icon for this. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. For the other one, I'm just gonna make a golden toilet to represent like the multiplier upgrade. Now let's import these. I imported them into our game, and after a bit of coding, the GUIs were finally working. You guys remember when I said you can go to new zones for stronger and better toilets? Well, if you haven't already noticed, there's no flipping zones. Let's make that now. I started by copy and pasting the paths and the borders, and added a new toilet to fit the desert theme. I then copied and pasted some buildings from my Planet Clickers game. I think that looks alright. Once I add details and stuff, it should all come together very well. I think the zone turned out pretty well. Next, I began creating the zone purchasing system. I created this wall with a text button and created a new remote event called remove wall. In this script, I fired the server to remove the wall and deduct points, but the wall removal has to happen for the individual player. So I fired the client back to remove the wall there, or else all the players would be able to get to the next zone freely. Don't worry if that didn't make sense, I'm even confusing myself. Last but not least, we gotta make the desert toilet functional. I copied and pasted literally everything from the original toilet and adjusted everything to make it 2 times the normal click. So now, as you can see, this one gives me 1,000 and this one gives me 2,000. Finally! With that, I think my debut into BRAINROT was complete. I never intended to make this monstrosity into a full game, and it's probably better not to, in case I get sued by the skibbity guy or something. Once again, this was a good learning experience, and a way for me to get better at developing. Make sure to like if you liked, dislike if you didn't, eat carrots, and see ya! By the way, my next video is going to be insanely funny. What is it? Let's just say it's going to include a baby. Anyways, get the hell out of here.